In the name of God, the all-beneficent, the all-merciful."
Thereupon her Lord accepted her with a gracious acceptance, and made her grow up in a worthy fashion, and he charged Zechariah with her care. Whenever Zechariah visited her in the sanctuary, he would find provisions with her. He said, "O Mary, from where does this come for you?" She said, "It comes from God. God provides whomever he wishes without any reckoning." This verse continues the story of Mary. It has been noted before that Mary's mother did not believe it was possible for a girl to be accepted as a servant in God's house. So she wished to give birth to a boy, as no girl had ever been chosen for this service. However, the verse says that God accepted this pure girl for this spiritual and moral service for the first time. Some commentators say that the evidence of her acceptance for this service was that she did not experience menstruation during her service in the temple, so she would not have to leave it, or that the presence of her food from heaven in her sanctuary was a sign of her acceptance. The acceptance of her vow and the acceptance of Mary may also have been conveyed to her mother through divine inspiration. The word "nurtured her" indicates Mary's moral and spiritual perfection. There is also a subtle point. God's work is growth and development. Just as seeds contain latent potential that grows when tended by the farmer, humans contain all kinds of noble potentials that grow and develop rapidly if subjected to the guidance of God's educators and the gardeners of humanity's great garden, and true growth is thus realized. And Zechariah took her into his care. Guardianship involves bringing something together with something else. Therefore, the one who undertakes the care of a child is called a guardian, meaning he unites the child with himself. If the word is used in its simple form, it is intransitive, but when extended to the form kafala, it means choosing a guardian for someone else. This verse says that God chose Zechariah to be Mary's guardian, since her father, Amram, had passed away before her birth. Her mother brought her to the temple and presented her to the Jewish scholars, saying, "This daughter is a gift to the temple. Let one of you take care of her." Much discussion arose among the scholars, each wanting the honor, and in a special ceremony, explained further in the commentary on verse 44 of this chapter, Zechariah was chosen to take care of her. As she grew older, signs of greatness and majesty became more apparent in her, to the extent that the Quran says about her, "Whenever Zechariah entered her sanctuary, he found provision with her." The sanctuary was the place designated in the temple for the priest or for members of the elite. Scholars mention 3 reasons for this name. First, it derives from war, because it was a place to combat Satan and desires. Second, it referred to the front of the council and then to the front of the temple. And third, it can refer to the entire temple, the place designated for worship and spiritual struggle. The construction of the sanctuary in the Jewish temple was different, built elevated above the ground with walls so that those outside could not see inside. Mary grew up under Zechariah's care, immersed in worship and devotion. According to Ibn Abbas, when she reached 9 years of age, she fasted by day and prayed by night, attaining a high degree of piety and knowledge of God, surpassing the scholars of her time. When Zechariah visited her in the sanctuary, he found a special provision there, which amazed him. One day he asked her, "Mary, where did this come from?" She replied, "It is from God. God provides for whom he wills without measure." The verse does not specify the nature of this food or its origin, but some hadiths in the commentaries of Al-Ayyashi and other Shia and Sunni sources indicate it was fruit from heaven brought by God to the sanctuary. and it is not surprising for God to provide for a devout servant. Considering it as heavenly provision is supported by the context of the verse. First, the word provision in the indefinite form shows Zechariah did not know its type. Second, Mary's answer from God confirms it. Third, Zechariah's emotional response and his request for a child from God, as mentioned in the next verse, further confirms it. However, some commentators, like the author of Al-Minar, believe provision refers to ordinary worldly food. Ibn Jarir mentions that a famine struck the Israelites at that time, and Zechariah could no longer provide for Mary's hunger. By lot, she was assigned to a carpenter who gave her food from his lawful earnings, and this is what Zechariah saw in her sanctuary and marveled at. Mary's answer indicated that God had provided a believer to help her, enabling her to fulfill this arduous service. But, as noted, this interpretation does not align fully with the context of the verse or the hadiths. In Al-Ayyashi's commentary, Imam al-Baqir, the fifth Imam, explains that the Messenger of God once visited his daughter Fatima and found abundant provision despite her having little for several days. He asked her about it, and she said, "It is from God. God provides for whom He wills without measure." The messenger then told Ali, the first Imam, "Shall I tell you a story like hers?" Ali replied, "Yes." The messenger said, like Zechariah when he entered Mary's sanctuary and found provision there. He asked, "Mary, where did this come from?" She said, "It is from God. God provides for whom He wills without measure." The next video will begin with the birth of John, the full, authentic story you've never heard before, exactly as it is in the Holy Quran, without any distortion. You will discover that you may have never truly known Mary and Jesus, peace be upon them, nor heard their real story, until you hear the facts revealed through the Quran and the household of the Prophet. Peace be upon him whom God made a mercy for all mankind. We will also draw from Tafsir al-Amthal by Ayatollah Makarim Shirazi, along with explanations from other respected scholars. I need your support to help this message reach more people. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And share these videos with your friends and family. Your support helps me continue spreading the light of the Quran and the truth of faith to hearts around the world.